Welcome back to Reese's Side Quests for a brief studio tour and to show you that you can also upgrade whatever studio setup you have to a modern setup for only about $1,000 or less. So the old setup was mainly this 2019 MacBook Pro, which had started just getting extremely slow on me. The battery was dying quickly and there was other issues with it that just largely weren't keeping up with the video editing things that I needed it for. So I started looking at desktop options since I was going to be setting up an office in this room anyways. So the option that I went for was a Mac, partly to stay with the same software, but partly because I heard good reviews about the Mac Mini, which is what this is. This is the Mac Mini M4. I was closely debating between getting the M4 and the M4 Pro, which has a higher capability in terms of its processing power and a few other features, but for what I needed it for, which is mainly just video editing and watching videos, I don't do any high intensity gaming that needs a lot of RAM or anything like that. So this does exactly what I needed, and it's, I would say, at least twice as fast, if not maybe 4 times as fast as my 2019 MacBook. So it was definitely worth the upgrade. And at the time, this desktop was available for $599 from the Apple Store directly. But in May of 2026, they actually increased the price of this base model to $799. And I got it, fortunately, when it was only $599 for the base. And then I got an upgrade on the storage space, which added another $100 to the price. For the performance, I would say it's 100% worth it, and I would have thought that a computer with this kind of performance would have frankly been about twice as expensive. This microphone is a Zoom H1N, and this is actually the first piece of equipment that I got in regards to my studio setup. This thing works extremely well on its own with the battery power, but it also connects to the Mac, and you can use it in the voice memos feature. You can use it in OBS or YouTube streaming, anything like that. So it works for just what I need it for, and it has the sound quality that I needed. This was about $120. But yeah, all in all, I would generally recommend this microphone to anybody, for someone looking for one in that price range. There behind it's my girlfriend's sewing machine, which, you know, this is just the best place to store it. It's a crucial part of the setup, of course. The keyboard and mouse combo were actually a set deal. These are from the Logitech Logi or Logi. I don't really know how you pronounce it, series. And I think it was about $120 as a combo set from Amazon. It also came with this little armrest thing, which I actually do like using so my hand's not hitting the edge of the desk. I was considering getting the official Mac Apple keyboard, but because I thought that it had a trackpad built in like your laptop Mac does, but the official Mac one actually doesn't have a trackpad, and you have to buy the trackpad separate anyway. So I decided on this brand just because it was significantly cheaper and basically is the same thing as the Mac one. It has set up with the Mac specific keyboards like the Command key and things like that as well. My screen that I have here is a HP 527SH, which largely just means it's the HP Series 5, and it's a 27 or 27.5-inch screen. And then it also has an adjustable height. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a speaker built in, which is really the only downside to this. It's been a good screen, and you can adjust like the brightness, the yellow or the blue point of it as well. So I have it set up to be easier on my eyes, which is very convenient to be able to do for a screen that was in the price point of $160. My webcam here is also Logitech. This was only about $30. Everything else, all of my hardware, such as cords and converters, dongles, SD cards for storage, hard drives, etc., cost probably about another $100 maximum. Oh, also like stands for the microphone and for my phone as well. And I don't include this in the studio setup, but this is the camera that I use for my bird photography and largely for filming my YouTube videos outdoors. This is a Panasonic Lumix FZ80 camera, and it does have a very nice feature of a very high level of zoom, basically, where it has a 60 times built-in zoom, where you don't have to change out any kind of lens. That's just built into the camera as it is. And it has all of the normal types of modes, and the automatic mode is honestly very, very effective for nature photography. in how I've used it. So I would recommend this camera for the price point. I believe it's about $400 to $500 retail now, but it was less when my girlfriend got it several years ago. But I hope you enjoyed the brief studio tour, and this gives you a better insight into where I'm making these videos from, but also gives you some ideas as to how you might be able to upgrade your home desk setup or your studio setup for less than you might be able to think. Unfortunately, Apple did mark up this desktop recently, but the base model is still, I would say, below what comparable desktops are in terms of performance. So I would still recommend it even at that price point, if a little less so. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my other travel and animal content, and make sure to like and subscribe for more.